Hello everyone, looking how to fresh up the look of your Minecraft? Then you're in the right place. In this video we've gathered the 23 best resource packs that will make your game more beautiful, more realistic and more interesting. Vanilla Tweaks. This is a collection of small improvements for vanilla Minecraft. It doesn't radically change the graphics, but polishes the game by fixing bugs and tweaking visuals. For example, makes the hunger bar icons look like carrots, reduces the crosshair size, lowers the fire height and much more. You get to choose which tweaks to add. This allows you to customize Minecraft to your liking. Vanilla Tweaks keeps the classic style of the game, but makes it more comfortable and pleasant to the eyes. Fresh animations plus Fresh Animations extensions. This pack breathes life into mobs. Fresh Animations adds smooth and realistic animations for all mobs in the game, replacing their stiff, wooden movements with more lifelike ones. For example, villagers now raise their eyebrows and show fear when a zombie is nearby. Zombies and skeletons also move much more naturally. Minecars even have builds, and boats get their own animation. Every mob now looks more alive and interesting. I also recommend installing the Fresh Animations extensions, which adds even more variety to the mob models in the game. Recolorful containers. This completely changes the look of the inventories and menus of various blocks. The crafting table, furnace, ender chest, shulker box, all of them get a unique stylized interface. For example, the crafting table's GUI features wooden elements and tools in the background, and your main inventory becomes more vibrant and organized. With this pack, using the menus is more enjoyable. Everything looks fresh and colorful, yet it still fits the familiar Minecraft style. All creepers revamped. This resource pack changes the classic creeper texture to a more modern one with a greater detail. And most importantly, it adds different creeper variations in different biomes. In the Cherry Grove biome, creepers might have a little flowers on their head. In Snowy biomes, they'll sport a cap of snow, and in the Pale Garden biome, their eyes change to resemble those of the Creaking. With creepers like this, your world becomes more diverse, and each biome feels more unique. Glowing. This resource pack adds a glow effect to many blocks and items. Ores in caves now emit a faint glow, shimmering in the darkness so they're easier to notice from afar. Redstone blocks glimmer as if current is flowing through them. Lapis and sea lanterns give off a gentle shine, and even diamonds on an enchanting table gleam softly. In addition, patterns on armor now glow. Everything in the deep dark biome glows ominously, and crimson and warped forest glow faintly. Glowing makes the game world more beautiful and a bit more practical, especially when you're exploring caves or building an atmospheric base. Sprizins or glint. Here's another pack for ore lovers. It gives ores a special sparkling animation so they literally catch your eye. Each ore block has a subtle shimmer effect. Now you'll never walk past diamonds without noticing them. Dramatic skies. With this pack, the sky will never be the same again. Dramatic skies replaces the default Minecraft sky with a realistic high-quality sky. During the day, you'll see volumetric clouds slowly drifting across the horizon. Sunrises and sunsets will wow you with vibrant colors. At night, the sky is filled with countless stars, and best of all, it requires no shaders at all. This pack doesn't affect performance since it only changes the sky textures. If you love building and taking screenshots of your creations, you should definitely try this pack. Fancy Beds. Transforms each color of bed into something fancier. Instead of a plain solid colored blanket, you get beautiful patterns and themed designs for every bed color. There are 16 unique designs in total, one for each dye color. Eco Attire. Have you ever wondered why zombies in frozen mountains are running around in just a t-shirt with no head? This pack fixes that. From now on, zombies, skeletons and pillagers will have outfits that match the biome they spawn in. These little details make the mobs feel like a part of environment, as if they truly live in that world rather than just randomly spawning. It's a subtle change, but a very atmospheric addition to the game. Nature X. Minecraft's nature could definitely use a bit more variety. This pack livens up every biome, making each one richer in details. Grass becomes denser and varies in height, with the occasional tiny flower or fallen leaf visible. Leaves on trees grow lusher, especially noticeable in jungles, and in birch forest you'll even see some color variation in the leaf. Trees in snowy biomes get coated with snow, instantly giving those areas a chilly winter atmosphere. Flowers receive new texture variations, and berry bushes look fuller and more three-dimensional. Nature X doesn't change the game's color palette, but it significantly adds realism and beauty to the environment. Visual enchantments. A useful and beautiful pack that makes enchanted items visually stand out. Each enchantment gets its own unique effect or detail on the model of the tool or weapon. For example, on swords you might see a faint flame along the blade, if it's enchanted with fire aspect. In this way, every tool or weapon will show its enchantments just by its appearance. Aesthetic visuals. This resource pack gently tweaks the game's colors and lighting, making them warmer and softer. Blocks get slightly more muted, eye-friendly shaders, grass looks greener and brighter, water becomes a fresher blue, and the sky feels sunnier. Some textures are smoothed out to remove excess noise. Aesthetic visuals doesn't stray far from the classic style, but it creates the sense that your Minecraft has become cozier. This pack is perfect if you enjoy building pretty houses, farms and gardens. Icons. A simple but handy pack for the interface. It adds small icons to the game's menu to make navigation clearer. For example, in the settings and on menu buttons you'll see little symbols that show their function. The exit button gets a door icon, options have a gear, sound settings have a tiny speaker, and so on. Toggles are shown as green and red indicators, so you can tell at a glance if an option is on or off. All these icons make the menus more intuitive and user-friendly, without changing the overall style. Astrolites animated textures. With this pack you'll forget about static textures, because it adds a bit of animation where there was none. It introduces new effects for around 40 different items and blocks. Water in bucket will slosh around. If there's a fish or axolotl in the bucket, it will wiggle inside. Diamonds and emeralds now have a slight sparkle. All these animations are subtle and unobtrusive. They don't distract you, but they add depth to the visuals. Open up your inventory and you'll notice some icons are no longer static pictures, but tiny living objects. Blues Batter Monsters. This pack transforms all hostile mobs to make them truly terrifying. It significantly improves the models and textures of every enemy, giving them a more realistic and spooky appearance. Skeletons now look like actual living bones, with ghostly purple eyes, and spiders become even more horrific, larger in size with long legs and glowing eyes. Zombies and drowned get a variety of gross, rotten-looking skins, and their clothing now varies by biome. All these changes make survival more interesting. Each encounter with a mob feels like a mini boss fight, because the monsters now appear much more formidable. Reanimated Blue. The goal of this pack is to make mob movements as smooth, realistic and even physically plausible as possible. Cows and other animals move more fluidly and naturally while walking or running. Their tails, heads and legs have slight random movements to simulate life, so the two animals of the same type might not move exactly in sync. Mobs will change their animations based on their health. For example, a pig will start trembling and lower its head when it's low on HP. With this pack, the game's visuals will feel noticeably more lifelike. Fresh moves. It's not just mobs that needed new moves, your character gets them too. Fresh moves is a pack that updates the player's animations. While walking and running, your arms and legs move more smoothly and your steps looking springier. In water, you'll swim with the proper arm strokes. Jumps and landings also feel softer, that adds even more life to your avatar. Enchanting Reimagined. This completely changes the look of the enchantment table and the enchanting process. Now when you approach an enchantment table, instead of the usual purple particles, you'll witness a full-on magical ritual. Floating runic symbols appear around the table, a glowing magical circle forms under your feet, and the book on the table shines brilliantly. This pack creates an entirely new atmosphere for enchantments. With it, you'll feel that enchanting is truly a magical process. 3D Crops Revamped gives the farm plants full 3D models. Now wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroots and other crops are no longer flat paper sprites stuck in the ground. This pack is a treat for any farmer's eyes. Your crop fields will become not just a source of food, but also a beautiful decoration for your yard. Fancy Crops. If the previous packs adds volume, Fancy Crops focuses on beautiful textures for plants. This resource pack updates the appearance of all crops in the game, keeping their 2D style but greatly improving the details. Your wheat fields now look truly golden with distinct, realistic wheat heads. Carrots and beetroots have brighter green leaves and more vibrant colors. Potato plants grow more lush with small light flowers, just like real potato plants in bloom. And nether mushrooms has been improved. All these changes stay true to Minecraft style, but they make the vegetation much more attractive. Default HD 128x. This pack is made for those who love Minecraft's classic look but wish they could see it in high definition. This pack multiplies the texture resolution by 8, giving you 128 by 128 pixels instead of the standard 16 by 16, while keeping the same colors and patterns. As a result, all blocks look incredibly crisp and detailed. You can even spot tiny cracks in stone and grain in wooden planks. And all this comes without changing Minecraft's style, just convert it into full HD. Faithful. Wrapping up the HD packs, we have to mention Faithful. This is probably one of the most famous resource packs in Minecraft. It offers textures in couple of higher resolution options, 32x and 64x. That's 2 or 4 times more the detail of the standard textures. Essentially, these are the default Minecraft textures but with more pixels and a more modern look. The 32 version can be a great sweet spot. The graphics are improved, but your FPS stays high even on a weaker PC. And if your computer can handle it, the 64 version will give you an even sharper picture. Enhanced boss bars. And lastly, a small touch for the most epic moments of the game. This pack improves the health bars of bosses like the Ender Dragon and the Wither. Instead of a plain purple bar at the top of your screen, you'll see a stylish and detailed indicator. Now the final battles in Minecraft will look even more dramatic and exciting.